The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
All right, what up, what up, what up? It is that guy Dub, and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing? At the end of the day, shouted, I'm good money. Now, today, we got my brother back in the building, Mr. Tyrone Gaines. You said we got double the dose of Tyrone today. You said because
Right.
Erica Badu's man was acting so bad, she needed two Tyrones for the shit that he was getting into. And to clear the record, Tyrone wasn't the fuck boy. It was her boyfriend. Tyrone just happened to be the fuck boy's friend. You
Yeah.
said
Tyrone was the hero. He was the hero.
yeah, for all these years they've been trying to make us out to be the villain.
Right.
So what's been going on with your brother?
Man, nothing, man. Just telling jokes and inhaling smoke, man. That's all I do. Trying to
You
make
said
it work.
nothing, right? Nothing wrong with that. So how's the scene looking out there? You said because it's starting to warm up a little bit. I mean, of course, we are having some crazy days where it's super warm then it's super cold. So how's the scene out there? You said dealing with all this.
Man, like that. Like I call this time of year Mother Nature's peep show. Like she'll show you a little sun and then she'll cover it up. Then she'll show you some more sun and cover it up. It's like, come on, baby, what's up?
For real. You said we are not 13. You said let's go ahead. We grown now. Let's make it happen.
Right.
You said but you being one of my funny friends, you said it's like you said how do you feel about everything that's going on in comedy? Because I definitely want you to pick your brain about that.
Oh man, you talking about just like the high level, like with Cat and Donnell Rollins and Corey and all that.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
I think some of it's good. Like what Cat Williams did, I think it was good. Just on some level, he's definitely telling family business, but it's got everybody on notice. Like Cat dropped that interview in January, and everybody's still talking about it.
Right.
Still.
We're almost in April at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good though, man. If you're a real comedian and you're really about this life, then what Cat said should have been inspiring, But if you're one of them fake guys, and trying to take shortcuts and doing it for the wrong reasons, then what Cat said, if you took it some type of way, then you know why you take it some type of way.
Absolutely, but what exactly is a shortcut? Because a lot of people they're still saying that the internet comedians took the shortcut. But is that actually factual when we live in this social media space?
I don't think it's a shortcut. I think it's just another tool, they don't have to go on the road and do the chitlin circuit and build your name up city to city. You can build your name up in the world one time, but you got to have some substance with it. It's like viral versus fame. Like viral's cool, but it's fragile. It's temporary. Fame is like long lasting. You know what I mean? Like you get cats like I don't even know who Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. He was famous, and like even though people don't really think much of his comedy, his fame is still sustaining to this day. He wasn't like, oh, what's that one guy who used to say the one thing back in the, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, like you can go viral, but you need to be famous also to be sustainable, successful.
Well, you said mentally, how tough do you think it is mentally once you have that viral moment to sustain and stay consistent, or try to stay consistent after a viral moment?
I think it's tough, man. I said posting stuff on the internet is almost like gambling. Like you put this video out, like, come on, Big Six, come on, come on, hit big. I know you're gonna hit big if I do this. Come on.
Absolutely. Now, what is it you said? Because then right after Cat Williams, you said Monique. You said Monique. To me personally, you said no diss to Monique at all. You said I'll just say Monique was funnier back in the day than she is now. To me, you said I think me personally, I think that's why Netflix didn't want to give her the bag she thought that she deserved because she doesn't garner the same energy to put asses in seats. You said, do you agree with that statement?
I do agree with that statement. I saw her last special, man, and it seemed to me more like her trying to prove a point, and instead of being funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you compare this last set to her Queens of Comedy set, miles apart from how good she was on the Queens of Comedy set to this one.
Right.
But I don't know. I love Monique. I love her as a person. and I want to see her win, but I just don't. You don't got to say everything you think. You know what I mean? That's ego.
Mm.
You know, like the whole time. Like if you're a performer, like your job is customer service, so you gotta. I'm not saying be fake, but it's got to be performative almost. You know what I mean?
Right.
You should be putting out quality stuff. You know?
Absolutely. Definitely. Absolutely. Now, was another thing is like, okay, because once you get on the social media platforms and stuff like that, your social commentary can also affect your brand as well. You know what I mean? Because you just like 'cause we all know, and we're gonna call a spade a spade. Black women do not like being told what to do at all. So when Monique got on there telling, "Hey, my sweet babies, let's not wear you said pajamas and bonnets in the airport," black women lost their shit. Like, do you think things like that could also affect her brand, which is why she's not garnering asses and seats?
I don't know, man. Possibly, but I think she has a point with that. You know, like as a community, we used to have a big emphasis on dignity at one point, and now
Decorum.
not so much. You know, but I think it's more her own personal stuff. Like when she did the interview with on Club Shay Shay, I'm like, oh shit. I'm glad she cleared the air because she, like maybe it's all not her fault, right? Then a week later, I saw her cussing out her son on stage, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, she's the problem. It's her. It's definitely, it's definitely her."
Now you said, look, because I heard the joke, and you said, I guess for those who don't understand the context, I guess she ran into an older woman that was basically saying that if your children get out of pocket, no matter what you said age they are, you know saying you you have I guess a duty or a right as a parent to say fuck them kids, basically, and so that's what you're talking about. But she also did get flack for that. Do you think that even in a jokey context, you think that's a bad thing?
It's got to be the right joke. Like to me, she's kind of battling between being right versus being funny. And a good point is cool, but we here for comedy. It needs to be a good point and a good joke.
Right. You said now, like switching gears, we're gonna go like we're gonna talk about everything that's going on. Now, you said like I know you at least probably some or at least the clips of the Benzino crying on Drink Champs.
Yeah,
And it's gotten to the point where it's so bad where he's attacking YouTubers who like Eminem, and he's just like I don't know, it's like he's unraveling or something like that. He's saying like now I bring that up to say because like once you get to a certain level, you should definitely have a strong team, and I think if Benzino had his team with him, soon as he started crying, that's interview over.
yeah. It wasn't a good look.
It was not. He's just like, how important is it to you to have you saying somebody that's gonna pull your coattail when you starting to get out of pocket?
Oh, big man. I got a comedy team, man. Big Rich Green, DJ Brown Johnson, and we kind of keep each other together. Because you do this comedy stuff, man. You have a good show. Sometimes I know me personally, my ego has gotten out of control. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, oh shit, am I the one the Lord chose? Am I the greatest comedian ever? You know what I mean? And they'd be like, no, nigga, you still driving back to your house in Cleveland. Keep it in perspective.
Keep it in perspective. But then he said, no, but like seriously, you on your way, and we know this. He said that's why you out here, you booked and busy. But like I said, it's like even like I said, not having a strong team is a huge detriment to you know, saying to somebody. And you said like, and then also going into that, like DC Young Fly, you said not too long ago had his bag stolen at a gig, and you said he actually had his the mother of his children's death certificate. He was in that bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's like he basically saying he didn't want nothing else out of the bag other than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like so that ties back into like somebody on your team should have been in that dressing room. You said watching your shit, right?
right.
He's and they're like, so let's say you're DC Young Fly. How do you react in that particular situation?
Oh man, I got a funeral home background. You can go downtown and get another death certificate easy. $25.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You said, well, of course, you said you can get a birth certificate. You said the same way, but I didn't know it was that simple because I've never really dealt with a death certificate. So it's Crazy.
Right. But I get it though, like sentimental value and all that. But yeah, you do need people around you who really care about you. You know, they're not there to get what they can get or looking for an opportunity. You know what I mean? Like just people that you can trust, you know?
Hmm.
And like especially with those outrageous emotions. You know what I mean? Like somebody you can share your evil with, you can share your arrogance with, you can share your sadness and your vulnerability with. So you because you need that so you can go out into the world and be the person who's on stage. You know what I mean? You can be that performer that you need to be. You got to have safe spaces to get those unpopular emotions out, I think.
Well, absolutely. But somebody that's in the social media space, you just would you staying on DC for a second, is that after the mother of his children died, you had a lot of people coming out saying some of the most disrespectful shit about him and his mother of his children online. You said, now you as a comedian, this has to also you said you've seen death from all areas being a funeral home director, but you said then also let's say you're dealing with that, you saying, but then you go online and you see people just attacking you. Well, you said, well, she shouldn't have did that. Or you said that's what she gets, and blah blah blah. Like, how do you deal with that emotion and still be able to push forward to do your sets every day?
Man, you know, doing this job, man, like I don't take anything personal, like the criticisms or the compliments.
Mm.
Sometimes somebody will tell you, like, "Oh my God, you're the best person ever." It's like I don't know if you qualified to tell me that. You know, thank you. You know, I'm glad you like me, but I don't know if I've arrived where you think I need to be. You know, and that's kind of what keeps me humble. Like I'm doing good, I'm ahead of schedule, but I'm nowhere near the goal I have for myself. So that
Okay.
keeps me kind of humble also.
Well, since the last time we talked, has you said the groupie level stepped up any?
Yeah, I got fives now. Before I had threes. Now I got fives that like me.
Hey, five is not bad. You say, hey, sometimes you get a 10 that's useless, but them fives will be lower than the motherfucker would.
Facts. Look, I done had some tens that were just decoration. Like she don't offer nothing else to my life besides how good she looked.
Exactly. I saw a video on TikTok. No, it was on Instagram, and it was they were interviewing this girl. Of course, you said for context, you said they were in one of those porn vans, you said or whatever, and they asked her what does she have to offer a man. She just said, well, I can suck dick really well. He's like, can you cook? She said, no, we can just do Uber Eats or DoorDash, but I can suck dick really well. Like, is that what we're coming to?
Man, that can't be enough. That's cool for a good time, but not a long time.
Exactly. But it's like, cause like you see people talking stuff about like your sexy reds and your Cardi B's and stuff like that, and then because Cardi B just had a moment here recently because on the song WAP she said I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. And then now she's doing an interview telling women to go 50-50 because this is not the olden times no more. He says so women got to get with the program that you said keep a relationship going. Now you said I think the contradiction is funny within itself. So how does that hit you?
Yeah, it's like she rode this whole feminist wave of what women wanted to hear and all this stuff, but now it's like she's almost conflicting with the person she really is versus the performer. You
Mhm.
know, and it's like the person she is like, oh no, that stuff don't work. That was just rap lyrics. That was performance. You know, but in my real life, while I'm trying to raise my kid, this is what I honestly believe. So it's a bit of a contradiction, but I don't think so. I think it's the person versus the performer.
Well, you said with that being said, you said so you said do you stand on the side of canceling R. Kelly? Because you said because basically you said separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody should get canceled. You know, like as black folks, it's so few of us that's doing it at a high level. I don't think we should cancel them from the community. I think we should counsel them. We should try to talk to them like, hey, man, you know, this is wrong. Stop it. You know what I mean? Like, you still got to go to jail, but, you know, I love the stuff that you've done up to this point, besides the negative stuff. But the good stuff you've done is still good. It doesn't matter, you know?
Absolutely. Now you said what do you got coming up here recently that you're really excited about?
Ah man, see, me and Big Rich are going to Fort Wayne, Indiana on the 21st. I think that's Thursday. Excited about that. I'm at the Caramoo House on Saturday, the 23rd. And especially like venues like that, like Caramoo House is a staple in the Black community here in Cleveland. So being able to perform there is a big deal for me. And just just kind of keep treating each opportunity with the respect it deserves.
Right.
Some kids are like, oh, this ain't the Apollo or this ain't Madison Square Garden, so whatever. It's like, no, they're all special, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely like that. Using that outlook on it. Now, how prevalent are you using? How important is social media to you?
It's necessary, man, and I'm not good at it. I've been doing if I've been doing comedy 2.5 years, my Instagram is 2.5 years old. You know what I mean? Like I only have it just for the business, but it's necessary, you know. And if you do it right, it's almost passive marketing. You know, it'll market you when you're not actively marketing. You know, so
You
yeah,
saying
it's
that like
important, but it's important though.
absolutely. Now, my personal Instagram, I get DMs all the time, and I find it hilarious that you send the people that pop in your DMs, and you said they're literally, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good." You saying like, "Are you single?" No. You said like, "Where do you live?" Canton, Ohio. Oh, snap! I live in Canton, Ohio. How have we not seen each other before? I don't know. It's like, well, are you married? Yes. You said, well, you want to hook up? No. He's like, well, why not? And then like I entertain the conversation because it tickles the shit out of me because I want to see how far they're going to go. And
Yeah,
so the will be like, well, I'm here because I'm visiting my aunt and she has kids and I want you to come over and do me, but I need you to stop at the store and grab you send a vanilla a Visa card so I can keep the child away playing the
keep the
video game.
child
And
busy.
I'm sitting here like. You said, well, how about it? Like I said, I play with this. I'm like, how about I just give you cash when I get there? You know what I'm saying? Hey, like, no, 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 it has to be the card. It has to be the card. And like to me, like I said, it's fucking hilarious. Like I said, they literally will go at you, at you, at you, at you. Like now, when people slide in your DMs, I don't know if it's as funny as mine, but you said like, how do you said maneuver through the bullshit when it comes to in the DMs?
I get stuff like that too. If I get somebody who I think is more or less a scammer, I try to keep them online as long as possible. Like maybe I can save somebody else from getting scammed. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna waste this person's time as much as possible. Like, I got time today for this.
Like I said,
But yeah, but sometimes, usually, if it's not business, I'm not too taking it too seriously. Anything else? But I will entertain some foolishness though, just because it's fun for me.
you said that's why you my brother, because that shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Man. And it's like they have the same script over and over and over again. It's like, and the funny shit is because I rarely delete any of my DMs. So when I tell them after I've been strung them along for a while that I'm not interested, and then like 2 or 3 months go by and they pop up back in that same DM trying to start the same shit over again.
It's like, look at our last thread. You said this to me already before. We've had this conversation.
Right. It's like, oh my goodness. Now, you said you have come up quite a bit in my house. Using it's like a because using my wife's on her journey. Using refining herself and using like in spiritually growing and everything like that. And she'll sit there and say it, and it irks my nerves. She's like, "Oh my God, it's like I've had so much going in my life. I'm just really trying to get out of you saying my masculine energy." I said, "Honey, you don't have masculine energy. You're just a jerk."
You right? Facts.
And it's just funny. It's like literally like I've heard it so much, or I've resonated with it so much. It's like it comes out like without even fucking thinking. Like don't have to use and think about it. So like I definitely got to give you your kudos for that. You said something that stuck in my head that I use on a pretty regular basis.
Oh, and thank you, man. No problem.
Now, when you come up with stuff like that, and you said to hear that you said your words resonating, you said with people and stuff like that. You said, is that an ego boost or is that something maybe saying that you're doing something right?
It lets me know I'm doing something right, man, because I write very few jokes. A lot of this stuff is real life experiences, and I know how to punch it up and make it funny. But I think it resonates because it's real. You know, like you take it to rap. That's why people resonated with Biggie. A lot of this stuff was really happening. It's like, oh wow, Biggie, that's crazy. Or even Drake. You know, it's like this is your life, man. That's crazy. But it's coming from an authentic place. It's not ghostwriters or whatever. You know, it's like, oh, Drake really do be messing with the strippers like that. You know, he really did have his heart broken. You know what I mean? You could tell.
You said
So
like,
I think that's just the human to human part.
mm, I like that. Now, one thing I've been doing on my social media here for the past week or so is every day I pick two artists to verses. You saying that
I've been seeing
since
that.
this
I like that.
since this is going to air on Thursday, you said I'm trying to think of who I'm going to pick for. You saying Thursday? It's probably going to be Young Jeezy versus Nelly.
Mm, okay.
You said so like you guys are watching this on Thursday here on Red Line Radio. You said y'all let me know in the comments who you pick. You said on that. You said and since we got you here, we're gonna give you first crack at it. Who you got and why?
Oh man. I like Young Jeezy's bars. I'm a bar um eccentric fan. You know, I like to hear the lyrics. What you're talking about? Is it some gangster shit? Is it some slick shit? You know, whatever. But Nelly is a better entertainer, I would say. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like he went diamond. You know what how many rappers have gone diamond? Like forget platinum. He went diamond. I think that's like how much is that? Like 10 million, 100
Yeah.
million, something like that.
Yeah.
But I like Jeezy better, but I think Nelly's bigger.
Right. Okay. And you said now, when I started it, I started with like probably one of the most off the wall. Using like nobody would even pit these two against it or even think about either one of these guys in the same sentence. I put Memphis Bleak versus Young Dro. Now because the majority of my you said my friends list is Southern, Dro won that hands down. But you said
Hmm.
you had certain people like Lex or you said Don P. You said that literally you said broke it down and you said it other ways. You said like when you saw that one, what hit your mind with that one?
I mean, I mean, Memphis Bleak is dope. I like both of his songs. And Dro, the one song he dropped, I thought was pretty cool too. So I guess Memphis Bleak wins 2-1.
You said this is my friend, guys. You said I know that y'all are all Southern. You just said, but like he's from because yeah, there we go. And because coming from the South, we know way more than one song from Dro. And of course, you said like in my late teenage years, I was real heavy into New York rap. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very familiar with Memphis Bleak. You know, since like, and I think it's just like it's interesting to pit these certain artists against each other. Like another one I did was Joel Santana versus Ludacris, which another one you said you would not think to put them two in the same sentence. You know what I mean?
Oh, Luda's miles ahead though. Miles. Luda might have had a 7-year run maybe, but he did so much in that 7 years. And plus, I don't like how Luda's not in the conversation more. Like Luda did great things, you know, top tier. He was top tier. I don't know if Jules ever got there on his own. He was always a plus one to Cameron. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Facts.
and
And
that's
you
why I
said like,
like the first one with Dro and Memphis Bleak because like they both was like the top guys. Lil dude coming up next. You know, like Dro was Ti's dude coming up next. Memphis Bleak was Jay Z's, and I don't think either one of them ever lived up to the hype or even got to the level of their predecessor.
you're right, and I think both of them should have gone further because both of them to me were lyrically dope. Using like
Yeah,
Dro,
they had the tools. I don't know what stopped them, but they had it.
exactly. Using like Dro just out of space ball and put you up on astronomy. Mathematically with a pistol, I do trigonometry.
Bars.
You, you, you said, and then like I said, with Memphis Bleak, you said you got Duma, that's your chick. You said round here. You said it's like
Myth
these are
Bleakers.
exactly Memphis Bleakers. These are big records. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I guess when I was looking in the comment section, you said for the Memphis Bleak versus Young Dro, Lex was talking about that, and I'm gonna have to Google this myself, but that Bleak went gold 4 times.
I didn't know that. I
I
can
didn't
see that
either.
though.
I mean, to me, like I said, to me, he's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like now, he's also did Ti versus the Game, which I thought was a fairly balanced, you know what I'm saying, matchup. You just feel
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. Ti's the king of the South, man.
well, at one point in time, Game was calling himself the king of the West. You
King of
just feel
Cat.
like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, just like
definitely.
he's like I started this series, you said to basically for one for you said to get the conversation going back around hip hop because you said we've got so much other stuff going on in the world. If I look down my timeline, people are bitching and crying about so many fucking things. So I was like, let me try something else. And you said, let me try to shift the conversation, or you said bring people together to where we can get back to having conversations because so much shit I see on the internet. You said people are so divided and everything's so polarizing and just like, and it's just like I worry that certain things are taking over so much that it's killing the voices of other people. And I mention that to say this is because there's a lot of commentators that you should have a problem with certain things being pushed, especially on our children. But there's a in the fight to ban TikTok there because there's a TikToker who was a biological man transitioned to a woman now says they want to have a uterus implanted in them, get pregnant so they can have an abortion. That's still on the internet now, but if I was to make a video opposing that, it's called hate speech. You get what I'm saying?
I, I don't know, man. Like, I get that, but I grew up in a time where you were still allowed to not like things. You know,
Mm.
like right now, if I tell you, "Hey, Dub, I don't like your hat," that's bullying now. I'm not allowed to just not like
I'm appalled.
your hat.
I'm offended.
You're right, right. I feel aggressed, but I think it's all confusion. It's trying to just keep us all divided, man. Like I was thinking about this with the whole community, with the LGBTQQ2SIPA plus community. It's like they got to get on the same page, you know? Like on one side, you got gay people saying, "Hey, I was born this way. This is how God made me. It's not a choice," right? Then you got trans people on the other side saying, "Well, I was born in the wrong body. God messed up. You know, I should be able to choose who I want to be." So it's like, well, what are y'all standing for? You know, these are two different ideologies. You know what I mean? But it
Exactly.
seems like it's just all created to keep confusion and keep us all divided. Even them.
Mm. It's just crazy because you was like you look at it and it's just like it's usually it's further like once you start going down the rabbit hole or using like you start seeing it using like the thing that bothers me is because to me there's a thing which is being too inclusive because you said one thing I see starting to you said pop up you said more and more is and it was I think it was a senator or the state representative out of Kentucky trying to push for legislation to protect minor attracted persons,
Oh, I
which falls
saw
under
that.
that.
Yeah. The non-offending pedophiles, something like that. It's like I
Yeah,
got the feeling, but I don't act on it. It's like, well, how
right,
long are you gonna keep this this habit at bay before you do act on it? You know what I mean?
right. And it's just funny, I guess. And she was also proposing, I guess, basically like sex dolls to give to these people. You said so they don't act on it with actual children, which I think is the most asinine concept in the fucking world.
They should do it as a sting operation. Just see who all pre-orders the sex dolls, the kids' sex dolls. And like, all right, all y'all niggas going to jail. Everybody round
Yeah.
them up.
You said that I guess Texas, I guess, just banned Pornhub on the auspices of because the voters did not want to have to put it or show their actual ID to look up porn. You said, hey, I look at porn. I'm a freak. Hey, I show my. I like midget porn. Okay, don't judge me. This is my thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I do think it. You said, do you think it's an invasion of privacy with them wanting you to show your ID to look at certain content on the internet?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. Just for especially for porn. If you're not doing nothing, if you're not looking at any like illegal porn, like if somebody's looking at like I don't even know where you go to find like kitty porn or some people like those snuff films where people are really getting like brutalized, you might have to register for that. But just
Yeah,
regular uh dick in the vagina sex, I don't think it should have to be no register. Like back in the day, man, we used to have to sneak so hard to see porn. You used to have to like go find the videotape or the magazine or the Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen every iteration of porn there is, and it was never about hey Unc, I got your Playboy magazine. So I got to sneak and use it and get it back and put it back how it was, so he don't even know this shit been disturbed. You know,
exactly.
be
You just
private.
or you literally sitting there. You said having it on the you said the channel with you said with the Technicolor lines. You said you can only barely see a nipple. You said then of course your mother walking around. You got to hit that last button on the remote. You said
Right, right. Oh,
now it's like that's one thing that's funny because like I said, all of these kids they have cell phones and tablets and you said this that and the fucking third. You said like I pose this question to you said the people in the comments. You said it's like how often do you check your children's devices and what's the craziest thing that you using that you found on their device that you using or whatever. And now the question I pose to you is, I'm sure you heard a story because we've all heard stories and shit that people have found on their children's shit. What is the funniest thing that you heard about a parent finding on their child's device?
oh man. Yeah, my homegirl, she caught her 8-year old looking at porn, right? And he was so that's what I'm saying, he was so used to it. She was like, "What are you doing?" He was like masturbating. Like he didn't think anything, it wasn't no shame, it wasn't no let me hurry up and hide this from my mama. Like he didn't know he was in trouble until she started fussing at him.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me, man. Like this was like a super secret. I couldn't imagine my mom catching me, doing the 5 knuckle shuffle.
The five knuckle shuffle. Oh my god. You said like you said another thing we deal with. You said especially as parents. You said this and another thing. You said, I've constantly had to check my children and their friends are is converse versus conversate. So it's like I said, and it's funny as heck. Like another, it irks my nerves when I see it on the internet or I see it on TV, and motherfuckers are really convicted to saying conversate. It's like it makes my ass itch. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
in crafting that joke, is it like where did it come from? He's like, because I know in the joke you be talking to your daughter. He's like, but like, how often do you have to correct people using that?
Well, I really only correct the people I care about. But me growing up, I had a good English mama. Like I grew up at a time before when ain't wasn't a word. You know what I mean? Or I'll be like, me and Dub going to the store. She'd be like, well, it's Dub and I. Okay, ma, I got you. You know what I mean? But we had restrictions, even words that weren't even used wrong. Like I wasn't allowed to say lie as a kid. I had to say telling stories,
Mm,
it was just certain things that children weren't allowed to say, but it made you ready for the world, ready for society, like how to go out and conduct yourself in certain situations now.
yeah,
You're not trying to force how you talk onto other people and they got to accept it. I think everybody just
right.
wants to be special now. It's like, well, this is how I talk, so I'm gonna just say what I want and blah blah blah. And you go, shut up, shut up. You
Using
need the world. The world doesn't need you.
exactly. Using another thing is, especially with the kids nowadays, is like I have to catch myself. You said from throat punching one of my children. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When one of these little bastards called me bruh, that sh- that makes my ass itch. He's like who the fuck are you talking to?
It's no respect anymore. Look, you around my age, Dub, right? Like, it was a time where you could get the shit slapped out of you for breathing too hard. Like a grown up tell you something and you right across the face. Just what you breathing hard, what you reacting for?
Right. Or you said you literally could be, let's say, eating popcorn and you get a kernel stuck in between your gum and your teeth and you try to suck that shit out. You
Oh,
somebody here.
you smack your teeth around a grown up? Oh my gosh. And that's why I think
and you can have
they
a
try to give these
legitimate
kids too many
reason for
they try to
doing
give these kids too many rights, man. Like I wish adults gave a damn about how I felt as a kid. Didn't
it.
nobody
Right.
care about how I felt or my self esteem. You know what I mean? Do
Right.
what I told you to do and shut up. Stay in the child's place.
Exactly. You said just like which goes back into with you said with the kids. You said like, well, today I feel like this, and then they're trying to push legislation to where if the kid tells the teacher that they are, guess you said trans or whatever, whatnot, they're taking and they're I guess the teachers not and the administrators are not going to let the parents know. I think you said if my child is having some life you said altering experience like that, you said I should be the one to know. Like yes, because there's a power dynamic. You might not necessarily feel as comfortable with me as your parent, but as somebody that I'm paying your fucking salary to teach my children, I better be
Sure.
using like if my son is failing, oh, you gonna tell me that you saying without a question. But if my son, you said feels like he's somebody else, oh, but that's a fucking secret. Oh, I absolutely not. You said, I
Absolutely
no.
not. Look, you know what I wanted to be as a kid, Doug?
Right.
I wanted to be Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. Now,
I
now
want
say
to be
I had some
Raphael. I'm not
right,
gonna
right.
care.
Now, say I had some irresponsible adult in my life. Like, oh man, we're gonna get you surgery, we're gonna get your skin painted green, we're gonna get a shell attached to your back, and you can be who you want to be. Now, how the fuck grown me with this turtle shell stuck to my back would look? You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Well,
know,
one thing
kids.
definitely,
Hmm,
one thing definitely, you kill it on a comedy stage because you have to explain that shit.
yeah, but I'm saying like, kids shouldn't get to decide permanent things. You know, like I feel like I'm still paying off debts that teenage Tyrone decided. I'm like, dang, I fucked up. I'm still got to deal with this now. You know what I mean?
You said that it's like it's funny because you said you could because they have age limits for everything. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you said your child coming to you at the age of 6 or 7 years old. Dad, I want to go to the street. I want to go down the street. Give me the car keys. You're like, absolutely not.
Right.
Dad, I see you with your Corona over there. You said your beer. Let me get a sip of that. Absolutely not. You said, Pops, you said, give me some money so I can go to the store and give me some cigarettes. Absolutely not. But then you go, I feel like I was born in the wrong body. Okay, let's unpack this. Like, what?
Yeah, and I get it, but like everybody wants to be special, right? But there's no shortcuts. If you're gonna be special, be special. Do the work. Even if you're just special to your mama, you know, bring her some flowers. You know, earn the special. You know what I mean? But folks want to. I'm special because I'm part of this group, or you know, I decided this in my life. I'm special. No, you're not. You're not. You know what I mean? If you want to be special, do it. But there's no. I made this decision in my life, and you know, now I don't have to be a man or a woman. I can be my own thing. It's like no, there's only two options. You can't, you know, you can't decide. It's nothing in between.
Right. And it's funny because you said the society we live in and always have lived in is crazy because you said like when gangster rap came out, and you let's say NWA, you had white kids in Joplin, Missouri talking about fuck the police. You motherfucker, half of you motherfuckers have never even seen a police officer. You said
Right.
talk about fuck the police. You know, it was like it's so it is a lot of people think it's because of social media, but no, it's always been like that. People have always many people have never been able to truly think for themselves, so they follow what's popular or what's a trend or what's a fad, and use it in that, and the third. But which is funny to me because like Kanye and Trump and like a lot of people, right wingers, will sit there and be like, "Well, you need to think for yourself and you need to get off the Democrat plantation." Well, if they'll say that, but then if you don't agree with the conservatives, you saying thought process, oh, you said, oh, but you're just a sheep. What are we talking about here? Like, I
Yeah.
don't agree with neither one of you motherfuckers, but you telling me to pick a side. But you're telling me to think for myself, but pick a side. Make that make
Yeah.
sense.
But look, I think it's a little different for us because we're in entertainment, and like, so you have to have your own thoughts, your own original thoughts, and points you stand on doing this, right? But I think a lot of people want to be sheep. They want to be told what's the cool thing or what's the right thing. You know, they don't want the burden of thinking for themselves and having to stand on something. It's like, well, everybody said this is right, cool, I'm gonna do that. You know, or everybody said this is wrong, or I ain't gonna do that. But it's no special. You know, there's no legit special these days for most people.
Absolutely. I mean that's big facts. Unfortunately, you just saying now like I'm gonna give you a you said I don't know if you heard this song before, and it's like one song I listen to for motivation all the time. It's called "I Stand on That" with E40, Joyner Lucas, and Ti. Phenomenal song. You just like when we get up here, you saying like I'm gonna actually send you the song because the song is super dope. You saying like it's crazy because they shot the video during COVID, so each person has their own part in separate locations.
Okay.
But like the concept of the song talking about you being a person using moral standard and telling them what you stand on. You saying that how you command your respect. So like I said, it's a motivational song for me. So I'm definitely going to send it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Now let's get it because, like I said, everything that I bring up in these conversations can be tied into comedy because usually, like everything is funny to somebody. Now, I know you heard about Mike Tyson versus was it Logan Paul?
Hmm.
Yeah, Logan Paul. Now you got certain people sitting there saying that it's a disrespect to the sport. Then you got other people sitting there saying that I guess like Jake Paul, well Logan Paul was trying to I guess fulfill a bucket list or some shit like that. And you said like when you heard that, you said what was the first thing that crossed your mind?
Mike's gonna kill him. That's what the first thing I thought.
That
Look,
same
I
thing
still
I
remember
thought.
the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight,
Mhm.
and you know, Roy was, in my opinion, Roy was better than Mayweather for that weight class. You know,
Mhm.
but man, Roy Roy was tired after that fight. Look, Roy went home with his gloves on. He was like, "Man, take me home. I'm not even cutting these off. I'm tired."
It was funny because I actually literally just watched the clip yesterday, and the referee kept telling Roy Jones to stop holding Mike Tyson. He's like, you see what he doing? I gotta hold him.
Right. You're gonna take my one good move away, the one that's working.
Right. It was like, and of course we always see Mike Tyson doing his sparring videos or just using regular training, regular workouts on Instagram and stuff. And he still got that power.
Dude.
You, and Logan Paul, you taking the sport seriously. You've been training and you saying like and but dude, Mike Tyson is a different animal. I don't give a damn if he's a 57. Mike Tyson is a different animal. You know, and you said to a degree, I think it is somewhat of a spectacle and maybe a disrespect to the sport. But then again, we all love the NBA, but we'll go sit down and watch Harlem Globetrotters with no problem. So you just like to me they both you said coincide in the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's disrespecting the sport at all. Plus, Mike Tyson is a 40-year vet. He wouldn't take on something if he didn't respect it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mm.
He said like he did his hand in the comedy thing. He's saying like now I bring this up because a lot of people still are upset that Ti is doing comedy. Which like, I think if you got a story to tell your story. I don't care where you came from. You saying
Yeah.
like so like what would you say to people that bitch about that kind of shit?
I'm saying like T.I. definitely has an advantage because he's already so well known and popular. But you know, comedy is comedy, and you gonna learn. You know, like I saw one show, he got booed. You know what I mean? But if you take the craft seriously, you can be good. I think if you take it's like even DC. DC has so much popularity and fame, but you see him in the gym trying to do stand up. You know, you see him writing. You know, he got a great team around him that's teaching him like the fundamentals. So it's not just antics and your voice and your dancing. You know, you got solid setup punchline jokes. You know, like what the craft demands.
Mhm.
So I think if you take it seriously, you can win at this. Is everybody gonna
Absolutely.
be Dave Chappelle? Probably not, but you know, you can find your lane. You can find your way to be successful in this.
Right. Now you said like I've asked you this before, but you said like I said, it's getting crazier and crazier by the day. Do you when you're writing your material, do you think more you said, about trying to be conscious of everybody's fucking feelings, or do you say you just still just do you?
I do me like I do like to antagonize and make people a little uncomfortable a bit, you know. But I had to find it. You know, when I first started comedy, man, I had shit to talk and points to prove, and some of my stuff got offensive. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just this is what I think, you know. And you know, if you know my story, you know my life. I don't think I could pick on anybody. You know, I was a black nerd growing up, so
Yeah.
it wasn't no. I didn't fit in any place, but I had a perspective. I had a point of view on anything, on everything.
Mhm.
So it's like I don't know. You got to find your voice, and
Mhm.
some comedians do. I think dabble into hate speech. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like some of the less skilled comics. But if it's not hate, then you know explain why it's not hate and make it funny.
Mhm.
You know?
And you said now I'm gonna ask you. You said this right here because you said you see comedians. You said like I guess we'll call it a callback. And if you see your set start dying down, and you be like, "Man, y'all look good in here tonight," I like out of nowhere, "Oh man, let's give it up for the ladies." That's usually like for the people that don't know what is that in the middle of a comic set.
Oh man, the best explanation I think B Titty gave it. Brandon Tidwell, man, shout out to him. He was saying when a joke doesn't land, comedians just get to saying everything. Like, give it up for the lights in here. You know, give it up for the chairs. Just get them clapping and get some energy back. So a lot of
Like
times that's what that is. It's like a save, more or
mhm.
less.
You said like, oh, in your career, how often have you had to use those saves?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm a little I guess petty.
Mhm.
So if I'm in a tight room and nobody's laughing, I'm like, look, I'm gonna give y'all two more jokes to laugh, and if y'all don't, I'm doing all dick jokes for the rest of my set. Like if I'm gonna be uncomfortable, everybody gonna be uncomfortable until my time is up. So it's up to y'all. And they don't do. I'm like, all right, here we go.
You said like I said because I was having that conversation with my baby brother. And he's like, man, why do so many comedians? And so hopefully he watches this. You said you understand. Like he's like, why did they say give it up for the ladies? And he's like that, but that's why. And you said that.
Yeah, trying to get the energy back, man.
You said now like you said have you ever seen a comedian to where you said they use that and then they cannot recover still?
Uh, I can't say that I have. I'm pretty sure it's somebody, you know, who I've seen people bomb for whole sets. And look, and that's the job too. Like if you bombing in like the first 2 minutes and you got a 10-minute set, you got to sit up there and take it on the chin for your whole time. My OG John King says that you got
You
to
said
learn
well
how to
like
die like a pro.
uh, you said your OG John Kingston.
John King, the real John King, he said you got to die like a pro. Even if you bombing, you do your time.
Right.
It's probably gonna suck. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but the job is customer service. Nobody care about your good time. Do your job.
Absolutely. Now I just had a comedian Rob Coleman on, and you said he teaches a workshop. You said and so how important do you think it is for veteran comedians like a Rob Coleman? You said to host workshops and things like this. So basically, to teach the fundamentals of comedy. You said like how important do you think that is?
Oh, that's important for me. Look, I took Rob Coleman's workshop, and it was great because it articulated things that I was already doing off of instinct.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, it's a term for that, you know? Oh, you know, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it really kind of put it in perspective to where I could break it down. Like I'm gonna do a story joke because he taught me what it was. I'm gonna do a incongruity. You know what I mean? Where like these don't match. You know what I mean? Or a setup punchline. You know, or whatever. You know, but once you get the terms for things, you can actually plan out your strategy better on what you want to do, as opposed to I just talk and hilarity ensues and people love me. Like I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like, come on, there should be a plan, especially if you're doing like a special. Make it special. It should be planned out. It shouldn't be I just get up here and talk and it's magic every time. Like that's disingenuous.
Right. Now you said also like expounded on specials. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've seen comedians who put out specials that weren't that great. You said like you as a comedian, you said like let's say you put out a special that wasn't that great. You said after you said the numbers come back and they're not as good as you thought they would be. How do you just focus your mind to get ready for you said to be better on the next one?
Oh man, I actually did put out a special that was it was more of a regular. If I'm being honest,
Uh,
I had enough time, but it wasn't special quality. You think of specials, you think of like Eddie Murphy Raw. You get like a whole little small vignette before the show starts. Then it shows you coming to the stage, and then you hitting them with heat. You know what I'm saying? You're getting personal, you're getting intimate. Like they're gonna know me by the end of this. And a lot of these quote unquote specials now aren't really special. It's just the best jokes you've done of this year so far. A collection of jokes. It's not a personal, what I'm saying, a intimate love letter to the crowd. That's what it should be. It's like this is for y'all here. But yeah,
like I
but
said,
I was gonna say, like bouncing back though, it shouldn't matter. Like talking back about bombing. Like trying to do comedy without bombing is like trying to be a boxer without getting punched in the face. Like, yeah,
right.
you plan for it, but it's probably gonna happen. But you getting hit in the face shouldn't make a decision, shouldn't decide whether you want to be a boxer or not. Same thing
Because
for comedy. Bombing shouldn't affect you at all.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you said like no. I also talked with Rob Coleman about the importance of the light, and you said respecting the venue, and you said and your host and everything. You said so like when that light comes on, what you said? What's I guess a bad and ignoring the light you said situation that you've seen?
Oh, disrespectful. You know how much time you had, and this isn't your moment. You know what I mean? Like for me, like I like when the whole show goes well. Like I don't ever want to be the funniest comic on a weak ass show. I want
Right.
everybody to do good. And if I happen to be the funniest comic, then awesome, but you want the whole thing to go well. It is about you, but it's not necessarily about you. But like, because me and Rich do this series, comedy etiquette, and we're just talking about different things that are disrespectful, but all that though, like even as a comic, like, so you respect the light because, somebody else got to come up after you. When you get done, don't be in the crowd talking to your peoples and high fiving. You know what I'm saying? Respect the other comics on stage. So it's like all these little things that go into making the whole production dope.
Right.
You can't be like, I did my song, it's cool. Like, nigga, we got a whole album. Shut up. you know?
Exactly. Now, like I said, I've been in some comedy rooms, and like I said, I've seen like people get standing O's. You and it's like, and I've seen people work the crowd, and you said like I've seen you work, and you work really well. And you said, but one thing I've noticed, and I keep continuously saying this shit, is that the Cleveland Akron comedy scene is like the hugest tight knit group. You said like y'all are tight, y'all support each other. You said y'all share each other's shit. You said like it's like, and you'll see other markets where everybody's in competition with each other. You say so
Mhm.
like, in your opinion, what you saying like what makes the Cleveland Akron scene so special as opposed to other places where they're just where they can't seem to get that concept together?
I just think just recognition. You realize it takes a village. Like no super successful comic that anybody likes did it all by themselves. It was always a team or some help, or your homeboy might have helped you tag up a joke, or got you in a certain room. Whatever. Like it all. it comes together. You know, if you're doing it right, it's one hand washes the other, both wash the face. We all trying to make it, and it's enough room at this level for us all to get some. You know, now Hollywood, I don't know. They say Hollywood still has that one black comic rule, but
Uh,
we're not near there yet. So it's like we can all help each other grow at this point.
you said now with each of you guys elevating. Do you think that y'all will still continuously keep you think that level of love and togetherness, even though we said one of y'all may go a little further, or because like I said, you see like Kevin Hart with like the Plastic Cup Boys. I'm pretty sure that was his comedy circle coming up. I mean, like you think you personally, we said once you start elevating, that you still will have no problem calling back to like a Keith Silly or Rob Coleman, or you said, or Tsunami with a little T, you said, or Little Daddy.
Oh no, absolutely, man. Like, and I'm all about just like-minded people who taking it serious. If you about this life, I'm rocking with you, you know. And if I get a chance to give folks some opportunities, of course, you know what I mean. But it's just about really who makes it. And I think some of it now is it's easy to support now because it's not any real money on the table. But if it comes like it's $1 million opportunity, you might start seeing some backbiting and some scratching, you know, all that crazy stuff. But
You said
yeah, but I mean, but you see who's playing the game the same way you playing it. You know what I mean? And you know who you can bring in. And some people, everybody can't be in every situation. So, but if you see people that's really about it, and if you get there, why wouldn't you give them a shot? Especially if you have this relationship, you know.
right, absolutely. Now, before we get out of here, I got two more questions. You said the first question is you said because you said backbite, so the first thing that popped in my head was this whole Charlemagne big back comment. Like that's you could take that in so many ways comedically. You just like, but do you think where's the line from comedic to offending somebody, if you will?
I don't know if there is one. Like as a comedian, like comedy is about audacity. We're supposed to go for it. And you know, it might fall short, it might not be funny, but I defend every comedian's right for the attempt, you know? But I don't think anything should be off limit. People make fun of religion and race and sex, and you know, one of the biggest statements now is "fuck them kids," which I think is hilarious, you know. But some people might get offended by it, and like, if you be offended and shut up, you know, or change the channel. You don't have to make a statement about it.
Big facts. Because
Don't get me fired.
right, 'cause I say all the time, I say fuck them kids, but you the same me in the same breath saying fuck them kids, I will break your fucking jaw over them same kids.
Over my absolutely.
You feel like yeah, just calm your ass down. You said stop being so fucking sensitive. If you don't like something, don't deal with it. And
But the people that make me the most upset is the ones that come to the comedy club to be offended. You
right,
know, it's like you know where you at, man. Come on, man. Don't come to my job with your petty bullshit.
right. You said you come to my job at McDonald's. You said pissed off because we don't sell Whoppers. Like make that make
Right,
sense.
right. Look, the only time I ever really backed down because I was at I forgot the spot I was at, but I was just roasting people in the crowd.
Mm.
So I roast this one dude, right? I hit him. This nigga was bald headed with a widow's peak. I'm like, dude, you look like the last dirt bender. Boom, fired on him, right? He was like, hey man, go on with that bullshit because I shoot niggas. I said, I apologize for my outburst. I'm gonna talk about this nigga over here. Because the last place you want to be when the gunfight starts is on stage.
Exactly. Yeah, 'cause you said you got the lights on you, so you the easiest target to hit. You said, of
Easiest.
course,
Trying to hide
yeah.
behind the mic stand and shit. Like,
All right. Now, let's say the last question is: let's say you can put together your own 85 South show right now. You said you and two other comedians, y'all going on you saying a 50 city tour right now. You saying who are your go-to people that you're taking with you right now?
oh, easy. I'm taking Rich Green and DJ Brown Johnson, man.
There
We
you
got great
go.
chemistry already. I think we can. I think we could flow it. Definitely.
Absolutely. Now, before we get out of here, you should give everybody your social so they can get in contact with you.
All right, I'm on Instagram, Tyrone the Comic, all one word, or on Facebook under Tyrone Gaines. That's Gaines.
He said, all right, all right. Now, if y'all like this video, make sure you smash that like button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss another video. And without further ado, I love you. My namesake brother loves you. We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.